Hello.
Hi.
I want to do a little recap. We're on our last day of being on the celebration, and so we thought we'd go through a lot of the pros and cons that each of us noticed through the cruise, and that way kind of give you a little information, just our opinion of things. That we experience. So, Chris, I'm going to go first with a pro.
With a pro, I thought MDR dinner was pretty good. Haven't been on a few Carnival ships. MDR dinner can be a little interesting.
And we dined in the festival dining room. And,
right, daytime dining, which also has a con a little bit. So it's.
I thought the service was good.
Service was good as well.
I agree. One of my pros is the number of eating venues. They do give you quite a variety of things. And understandably, I think what they're trying to do to accommodate over 6,000 passengers is to give everybody an opportunity to eat at a different time, because Lido is open up at a certain time, the main dining room. You have Guy's Burger, you have
Shack Chicken,
the Chicken Shack, you have
the Street Eats, the Blue Iguana.
So they have a lot of variety, and they have it split up in different levels of the ship, so that you don't have everybody who wants to eat all eating at the same time.
Right.
So that was one of my pros. It's just the number of eating venues, number of things to try.
We still haven't tried them all.
What are your cons?
One of the cons would be some of the pay restaurants. One of the things that they've done is they did a free for the first time, and then the second time is a charge. The shebang was a little interesting. The Italian was not so good. Everything from I would say the service to the meal presentation, just to the overall thing. If it was something that was free that was needed to be charged the second time and you wanted to go back, there was no reason to go back.
They do give you the option to have lunch or dinner. And actually, the lunch at the Italian looks like it might have been better.
A better choice. People were talking about it being a better choice.
But it's free, so why not give it a try? You might like it. You might want to go back and have it for a pay option as well.
Right.
One of my cons is the elevators.
Mine too.
Granted, you're not going to be able to accommodate everybody trying to get from one place to another all at the same time. They have a huge number of elevator banks.
Yeah, 4 elevator banks with 6 or 8.
And it's the same story. Anybody who's cruised before, you understand what we're talking about. It's really hard to get so many people packed into an elevator. You're always going to encounter those who feel like, they're the only ones that matter. So they'll bum rush the elevator as soon as it opens, which just happened on my way back from a raffle I was coming from. A guy, before the doors even opened, was standing at the door and came in before any of us could even exit the elevator. And I guess he just thought that was okay.
And when you have people with mobility issues, it becomes a huge issue. They're trying to back out or back in, and people are trying to squeeze in. People are just...
So I don't know how to resolve that. It just, obviously, this is the first time we've been on a ship this big. Right. So it just seemed to be a more frequent occurrence. So I don't know how to combat that, but that was just one of my cons.
Right. A good AC in the room, I think, is a good placement. Right above the bed. Thank you very much. We still brought a fan, which just for air current. But overall, I thought it worked real well in the ship. There are areas where the pool areas are, but that are a little warmer. But overall, the room, for a balcony room.
Yeah, talking about the cabin, one of my pros is the amount of storage. There's a huge amount of storage in the cabin. I think when you watch our cabin review, and I show you all the different areas, and there's just this unlimited places
drawers and
for storage
under the bed.
So they did a really good job on that. I mean, from the closets to the cabinets in the bathroom to the drawers here. I mean, bed. There's just even the stool that you sit at the counter here. A lot of storage, so that's a plus for the cabin.
Plus.
A con.
A con for the cabin, the bathroom. I would say between the horrible shower pressure, and we can do a whole video just on the shower pressure because it's horrible.
It's not that bad. I mean, it doesn't. If you're a person who likes to be in the shower and get massaged while you're in the shower by the shower head, then yeah, this isn't the shower for you. I would just like to have it rinse off my legs after shaving. You held it up and it just dropped. I don't find that. Anybody from a third world country would appreciate that pressure, but if, like I said, it's not a refreshing shower. It's refreshing when you come in from a hot day and you put it on cold and you step into it. But as far as the pressure of it,
I disagree.
Feeling 100%. If you like pressure to make it feel like it's like
I had
totally
to hold it on my head to rinse out the shampoo. Just women would understand that.
If you watch that video, you'll see the pressure is
women would
lacking.
Understand the fact of the pressure being lacking and being able to rinse off their hair.
And if anybody knows that might be able to give a little insight into this, it seems like obviously the toilets work off of air compression. So if they have something working off of air compression, like for the suction for the toilets, can't they increase the air pressure or to make more pressure in the shower? I don't know. Yeah. If any of you know out there, please feel free to leave a comment. I would love to know. Without having to ask engineering, I'm tempted to ask engineering if they could just increase pressure by more air.
And overall, just setup of the bathroom. As a bigger person, maybe the smaller people who are, wouldn't have the size issue, but it feels like the bars are in the wrong place to open the door, that shower door.
Shower door was nice though.
That shower's a lot bigger, but overall, just the placement of everything. I felt like I could wash my feet, sit on the toilet, and brush my teeth all at the same time. That said, I guess we just need to go with the suites on this ship.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't. It could be worse. It could be worse.
It could be worse. It could be a bathroom on an airplane.
I did like that there's kind of a built-in nightlight in the light fixture in the bathroom. So when you get up in the middle of the night, there's just enough light so that you don't trip over that step up into the bathroom.
True. Very
you
true.
Can see in there that was nice to have that as a thing that I'm not used to seeing. I also had shower pressure as a con, so that will clear that one. Pro. You have a pro?
The sliding door in the balcony, another cabin plus. Versus having the doors that open and shut and sometimes don't shut enough where you have the whistle of the wind coming through. These work really well, I thought.
Yeah, it actually makes it nice and airtight too. When you close that, you can hear. When you close and open it, you hear that. Yeah, it seals it. And we found out. Yeah, you close the curtain as well, the drape. Your room stays nice and cold.
Right.
Plus, that I have, it kind of goes along with eating venues would be bars. Have on board bars going not just because a lot of places to get a drink, but a lot of places that they have activities. They have their trivia in these bars. They have salsa lessons. They have in the entertainment, that's the live music entertainment and all of them. Definitely is nice to have a variety, and their bars are all themed. So
yeah, it's not all the same mudslide. Frozen. They are different.
Yeah, they're themed. And they have different cocktails.
Note to self that the Latitudes bar, you have to go to the bar to get your drink and not just wait at the table because you'll never get a drink.
Yeah. But it's a nice place to hang out. It's nice because they have tables along through the porthole windows so you can look outside, and then they have that travel through time show thing. But the bars and activities I thought was a plus on this ship. Con?
Breakfast in the Lido. I'd say, if you really want an Eggs Benedict every day, weird pancakes, or, potatoes, whatever, it's all the same every day.
They have about 6 hot items.
Variety, but
they have 6 hot items, so their islands are divided up where on each side, there's 2 sides on each island, and there's 6 hot dishes. And yeah, there was always an Eggs Benedict for breakfast, a potato, a meat, either a pancake or a waffle or French toast. So it's not a huge variety, but I can understand, again, they're trying to compensate for the amount of people that they have on board and eating venues, that they're going to limit the choices, I think, on the buffet.
Also, the accessibility to it all. It funnels through a hallway into an area where a lot of people are coming and going, and if some, we've slipped a couple of times in there just because somebody spilled coffee or whatever, and nobody's there to clean it up, which kind of goes into the Lido just in general of replacing items.
My con would also go along with the Lido. The service places we did eat was the worst in the Lido. They have a lot of people going around cleaning up dishes off of tables, but they don't have anybody tending to. I mean, we couldn't find coffee at one of the little coffee stations.
It seems like everything is broken or taking a break.
The decanter was out, as well as the machine not working. It was out of grounds. So I went to one of the supervisors to tell him, I don't understand, if you're going to have so many people cleaning up, why don't you also have coffee available for people, not just making places for them to sit. It's great if you have some place to sit, but you don't have any, coffee, or things would run out that don't get refilled.
So that was a huge issue.
I think the service in Lido was probably the worst.
Just their attitude in general. Woman asked for cheese, and it went, go to another station.
Oh yeah, you can get it over there.
You can get it over there. Okay, and send another line. Anyway.
All right, so we're going for the last pro. We'll do five. We'll do 5 of each. So this will be your 5th pro.
App relevance. Everything you do on this ship is revolving around your phone and this app. And I think that when we're traveling with a group of 8, trying to make reservations, trying to finding out information is one thing, but when you have to rely on it for your basic dining, trying to find people's names, trying to add, and then if somebody shows up at the last minute, you have to go up to the hostess and then wait another 15-20 minutes for another table.
We're in a group, so there's 4 cabins total. We would make the reservation in our cabin, and then you have to add each person
by name,
by cabin number, and then by name. It just seemed overcomplicated.
And then when you had to go to the restaurant, once you put your name in, then you have to go and talk to the hostess, and it's an every night thing. It's just what happened to, and we have your time dining, but it's overcomplicated.
If you had dinner with a group one night, that should stay in your folio.
Yeah, you should be able
and they should just be able to bring that up, and it should just, same people kind of thing. So it's one of those things where they're trying to do something that's going to simplify it, and it just complicates it.
Right.
There were some good things about the app because it does give you your schedule. I still like to carry around the paper that tells me, but it's convenient to have that. I mentioned it in one of our other videos about, I'm on vacation, and my work requires me to constantly have my phone with me, and when I'm on vacation, I don't want to carry a phone with me.
Right.
Even though I'm not using it for work, I don't want to carry a phone around with me, so I'm really would rather not have to use an app.
Because for you might leave it somewhere.
Yeah.
Like the airplane, something.
Was that a pro for you or a con?
It could be both.
My last pro is, I went to guest services twice, and great there. First gentleman, I didn't get his name. The second was named Amanda. Incredibly accommodating, helpful. It was one of the more pleasant experiences I've had going to guest services. Ironically, the number of times we walked through, because the ship's design where the passageway goes through the guest services, it always seemed like there was a line, but the 2 times I ended up going there, no line at all.
A lot of security. There's been a lot of security on the ship.
A lot of security, which is a good thing. I'm all for it.
We did see a fight.
We saw an argument. Or disagree. Your final con.
Final con. Muster. And don't get me wrong, muster now is great, where you just have to find your location. On this ship, when we got onto the ship, you walk into the main atrium, and there's a bunch of people, there's a bunch of chairs, there's a bunch of groups. You can't really find where you're going. You have no idea where you're going. The ship is huge. We had to be in the casino, right? The theater.
Grand Spectrum Theater.
No idea where that theater was, and
and somebody who did give us directions had us go through the casino, but then we ended up at the. They didn't get us to where we needed to go.
There's no signage. There is no signage to, hey, your you are here in the theater that happens to be at the very beginning of
it's forward. It's forward, and it's weird because the entrance into the theater was alongside the spa, but the spa is what you see first. If you didn't see the tiny sign that says Spectrum Theater to go on, you'd think that
you have no idea.
You see the spa. You
so
don't.
It's very.
They have really bad signage, and on the day of embarking and going to your muster station, they have a lack of directional signage, or just people. You know, there's a lot of people that are supposed to be helping you, get around. At least tell you
the first day, especially.
Each muster station should have a designated person to tell you once you walk on to the ship at that point how to get to your muster station to get that out of the way.
Out of the way. And
my last con would be would have to be the fitness center, because one thing I didn't really like is they moved the fitness center. Anybody who's gone to the fitness center on a cruise ship before, they usually have it forward, and if you're working out on a treadmill or on any of those machines,
elliptical,
you'd be looking out straight.
I wonder if they're.
And it was really cool because the windows would always be, they're floor to ceiling windows usually, and it was a beautiful view, and to me it helps you work out because it's puts you in a better state of mind. This gym, not only is it not big enough for over 6,000 people, because I went there at 6:30 and it opened up at 6, and the place was already probably 75% full at that time. And then the treadmills and the ellipticals are on the side, so you're looking out to the side, and they're just portal windows, so they're kind of small. Granted, you can still see outside, which is nice, so you're not staring at a wall or having to watch, the TV screen on the machine. But after I got off the treadmill and I wanted to do some free weights, no way of getting in. You'd have to, hopefully some guy was going to let you work in, or use some of the machines. So it just, you would think that the gym would have been twice the size of a normal that on any other ship that's half the size of this. But yeah, it was actually smaller. At least I thought it was smaller. I say that I'd hate to be there at the peak time because you'd be waiting just to get on a treadmill. So I thought for the size of this ship, it's probably because they're not making any money on it. If they started charging you to go to the fitness center, they probably make it bigger because they say,
Yeah, the nickel and diming is out of control.
But since they don't charge you to go to the fitness center, I think they took some size out of it, probably to give it to a venue where they're going to make money off of it, a bar or whatever. But
bar and spa.
We had a good time though. Yes, overall, I say probably my favorite time. We'll do our favorite thing, but was Emerald's. We had Emerald's for breakfast. Emerald's was very good. The quality of the coffee, the food was super hot when you got it, which we haven't experienced at any other place. It being that freshly made and brought to you kind of thing.
No, I thought the Havana bar coffee was absolutely mind-blowing. It was very good. And
I liked on this one that they did the little design with the creamer. The person who poured the cream knew how to make one of them little designs on the top of your coffee, and that's an A+ in my book.
Yeah, it was good. I thought the waffle needed a little bit of salt for some weird reason. It just.
Well, so what was your favorite thing that was it?
Well, for coffee it'd be the Havana. That's
nice. They open at 9:00 though. I tried going before 9:00, and obviously I didn't get any coffee that day from the Havana bar. But Kemny, Kemny, young guy in the Havana bar.
Is amazing.
Made good drinks and good coffee.
Yes, suggestions. He's working all the time.
Kemny works, I think he said, from 9:00 when they open till 11 p.m. at night. So
yes, huge shout out to him.
If you're gonna be, shout out to Kemny. Shout out to Carl.
Yes,
in the festival dining room at the very back end. A nice area to sit to because you have all the windows. You get to look outside and see the ocean while you're dining. That's nice. Carl was great. Our room steward. Yoshi, we have his name.
We're gonna mutilate it. Yogi, yoga.
Yoga. Did a great job. Fantastic. Very accommodating. We like to have ice in our room. Gave us a fresh bucket of ice every day.
Now the one thing that they say that they can do, or we've asked for, is extra padding on the bed because it is a little hard. They couldn't accommodate that. So
I think if we drilled it home and said we absolutely need this, or because I have a horrible back, he probably would have. But because I was just like, hey, if you can't, that's fine. If you can, we'd appreciate it. So we didn't push the issue.
Right. Yeah, so he made sure we had extra towels for the hair, for everything else.
Yes.
Everything's been clean. But overall, yeah, I think the
Good experience.
good experience.
Well, that's it. That's Please check out our other videos. The ship tour.
Tony did that this morning.
And a little review on each port. Our what we felt about each port.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, good. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Please, would appreciate it, and also help us grow this.
Subscribe.
Channel. Yeah, please subscribe.
Give us comments.
Please subscribe. No, I'm not begging. But
if you have to beg.
But if I have to, I'll get on my knees and beg now. All right. Bye for now.
Bye for now.